Dad and I are going to rebuild Arsenal and Manchester City today. Unfortunately though, Dad isn't the manager of Arsenal. But today's twist is that after every season, we will spin a wheel to decide the position in which we will steal a player from each other's club. So will I be taking Erling Haaland and sticking an Arsenal shirt on him? Or will Dad be stealing Bukayo Saka or Declan Rice from me? Well, we will find out very soon, but here is your reminder of the point system that will determine the winner across 5 seasons. Dad, I am manager of your favourite club, Arsenal.
Nope. There was no way I was going to be a manager of this team, so good luck.
Well, you're the manager of Manchester City.
Yeah, we're going to give you a really good challenge. The top 2 teams in the Premier League
at
the start of the season, so both favourites, I think.
Liverpool fans are fuming with you right now.
And rightly so, because they're on top of the league as we're talking.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the season, I think you're fair to say it would have been Man City and Arsenal favourites to win the league. One of them two, with Liverpool third.
So, what we've decided to do is a bit of a different spin on things today. Dad is Manchester City. I am Arsenal. Things aren't going to be as easy as just that, because at the end of the season, we are both going to spin a wheel, and whatever position it lands on, we will steal the player who played the most times in that position from the opposition's club. Oh. So, this man right here, if I land on a striker, could be in an Arsenal shirt. It might be the first time you've ever seen Erling Haaland, FM24, leave Manchester City, because I've never seen it happen. But also on the contrary, if it is an Arsenal player that could be leaving, the types of players that you could have, the defenders. But I'm looking at players like Declan Rice.
Definitely Declan Rice, sitting him on midfield, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, the Rodri position obviously would be full. Bukayo Saka is another one on that right-hand side. There is a few really
That's the thing, but both teams are full of good players who either team would fit in perfectly, I think.
Absolutely. Not to say as well, the players that we have brought into the club, because we have spent money in this first season. We both had a transfer window where we actually had a little bit of money. I brought in Ansu Fati for quite a lot of money, but I feel like Arsenal really need a striker right now. The only strikers that I could get would probably get into the first team were like Alexander Isak, Victor Osimhen. Do you know how much money they want for those players at the start? Ridiculous. So Ansu Fati, who I thought, well, what my thinking is, this season, I play him up front. I stick him up there, lock him in, see if he can score me some goals. The second season, when I get a bit more money, I can then scout for a striker, and then he can go on either side. I think that's quite logical thinking right there.
That's good thinking.
He cost me a bit of an arm and a leg, £105 million with an add-on, so it was like £80 million with installments. And then I also went for another left-back, because at the minute I've got Kieran Tierney, and I know in real life he's literally just about to move. So in the database, he is still at Arsenal. So I brought in David Ram, and I think bringing in David Ram is a good left-back. The German, he's only 25, really good attributes as well, gets forward, and tactically going to set him up so he's locked in too. So Kieran Tierney probably won't play as many games as what he would if I did lock in David Ram. But I also have locked in Saka, because when I did best pick 11, he went on to the left, and I don't know why I'd want him to go there. So he stays on that also meant Raheem Sterling went into the side, and I didn't want that. So
there's no way I'm taking Sterling off you, neither.
Oh God, maybe I should have played him. Because if it landed on a winger and he played more than Saka, you'd end up with Raheem Sterling back at Manchester City. So I've got Fati, Saka, and Ram all in the lineup, locked into the club. We haven't played each other, so I can show you the results. I've had a great start to the season. Haven't conceded a single goal. Battered Fulham. Beat Manchester United at Old Trafford 2-0 and battered Forest 6-0. And Ansu Fati has got 4 goals already this season. Got Champions League group stage. We haven't got the updated thing just yet. Real Madrid, Stuttgart, Rangers. Should definitely go through that. I'd be worried if I didn't. Probably finish behind Real Madrid, I'd imagine. Dad, wait till you see Dad's tactic. I'm thinking he is trying to screw himself over, because he knows the stipulation of this game, and if I land on centre mid, there's only one. And guess who goes in there? Kevin De Bruyne. Right. So straight away, I'd be guaranteed probably to get Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes.
But what he did, I tell you what,
you look at is
where you're smart is the striker. You've got a second striker.
Yes.
Because he knew full well if it landed on striker,
I could lose one.
You'd be losing one. So at the very least, there's a chance, because you've also brought in Dusan Vlahovic. Mm-hmm. Good signing.
Oh, this is a good striker. Them two up front got to be absolutely awesome together, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the guy that I would have gone for if I didn't if you hadn't gone for him already instead of Ansu Fati.
Well, I was the same as you. I looked at Isaac as well, but they wanted
like 200 million.
They wanted 200 million, yeah. So that was a no.
So, £106 million for Dusan Vlahovic. Not bad at all.
Signing, yeah.
And then Scalvini.
Yeah, I felt, well, I've lost Rodri, haven't I, for a season?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have a new signing next season with Rodri, and I really this is good. So I thought, right, get this guy in. He's a youngster. Get him in early, and I'm locking him in straight away to get him so he plays every game.
In that role there.
And I'm the same as you. I've locked 3 players in, really. Mainly because I wanted Foden to play there, and I wanted to do Dukak as a...
Dukak?
Dookie? Is it Dookie?
Can you not read? D-O-K-U. Doku
as a winger.
Right.
I want someone banging the... And he is absolutely lethal out on that wing.
Oh, he's good, yeah.
And I want him to get in the balls over. So that's what I've asked him to do. Get the crosses in and supply the 2 up front. And we know Foden's going to come in and have those shots that go
on his left.
On his left, yeah. So that's what I want him to do. So I'm quite pleased with this.
Yeah, it's a wild tactic.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I thought, nah, surely that ain't going to work. But you have lost a game.
Yes,
however,
I did.
It was away at
Against
Anfield.
Liverpool, yeah.
So it's one of those games. And they did score 2 very late goals.
Yeah. So
I mean, the
disappointed
fact
with that.
Endo scored 2 is wild. But you did batter Chelsea 4-2 and beat West Ham as well 2-0. And of course, beating Manchester United in the Community Shield.
So
Now,
I'm not a bad start. I'm quite happy with that start. So
we have also eagle-eyed viewers
drawn each other in the cup.
the 3rd round. Oh, difficult, isn't it? You are also going to hell, Dad.
Yes.
Galatasaray hell. Not like he's been naughty in real life. By Leverkusen, Galatasaray.
I mean, I'm looking at that. I
Batumi.
should qualify through that.
Definitely.
I'd be very disappointed if I don't with the team that I've got now.
Yeah. Do you think then you'd get to the final playing this? Because you always say like, oh, you can't be too attacking.
Yeah, I know.
Europe.
Yeah.
Which did surprise me when I seen you rock up this.
I think I've got a good chance because it's such a good side.
All right. It's like you played Piggy in the middle.
Yeah, it was a bit
or
like
it's like a real life rondo.
I mean, I wanted to play the wide, the wing backs wide and three defenders just to try it. Then I thought, well, with the players that I've got, it was either get another player in midfield or play another striker. And thinking to the wheel, like you just said just now, I thought, no, get a striker in because I could lose Alan if I left him up there on his own. So I went for the one player in the midfield and took 2 up front.
Some tactical plays being played out. So Haaland is the one that you'd want to lose the least, I imagine.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, Declan Rice is the one for me that I'm like, please.
And we know on that
Rice.
picture where Declan Rice would be going if I can get
Oh,
him.
I wonder. All right then, season number 1. Let's see what happens before we inevitably spin the wheel and steal one of each other's players. Well, season number 1. Neither of us are winning the league. Guess who won the league?
It had to be, didn't it?
Liverpool are champions. 98 points, 95 and 90. It's very close up there in terms of, a 3-horse race, which is nice.
Would have been a lot closer. The last game of the season for me was against you, wasn't it?
It was indeed, and Arsenal picked up the win. Dad, you had 6 losses in total. Both league fixtures I beat you in.
6 points I lost there.
Heavy defeats as well to Liverpool. So I did say that tactic, you're most likely going to batter a lot of people. I mean, you scored 136 goals. That is
by far
crazy.
the best. By 37 goals.
Yeah. I lost 3 games in total. Lost to Liverpool, Everton and Spurs. They only lost twice. I beat them once when they came to the Emirates and Aston Villa as well. But check this out. Erling Haaland. 46 goals. Vlahovic with 27. Who played more, though? Because if it lands on a striker... They are the highest average rating as well. As is Kyle Walker, which is funny because he's just left. And Erling Haaland, of course, had the most man of the matches as well. But David Raya with 20 clean sheets. 5 more than Alisson there. Ansu Fati at 23 goals is another thing that we're looking at. Let's have a look at the past positions. So Liverpool pretty much stayed top for a while. Both of us flirted with there. We had top position for a little bit, but we stayed second, third, crossed over a couple of times, but we never looked any danger of dropping out of the top 3. There it is. But we're on Arsenal. I have got 3 points already for finishing higher and defeating you twice. But I have got no other points. And
Get in.
knocked out the Carabao Cup by Manchester City, which of course we knew we were up against each other in that 3rd round. So you got yourself 2 points there straight away. Knocked out of the FA Cup by Liverpool, so they got to the final of the FA Cup as well. Let's see, Dad. How did you do in all the other competitions?
Nearly done the big one.
Very close. By the way, an unbelievable. They knocked you out of the FA Cup as well. Did they win the Champions League? No, Real Madrid did. 3-1. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but let's have a look. Runners up of the Carabao Cup. Liverpool on penalties. They won a domestic treble.
Yeah, good season by them. I'll take it back what I said at the beginning. Sorry, Liverpool fans.
Let's have a look at the group stages then. How do we get on? So I finished second as I expected. Behind, I lost 2 games. One was to Rangers, 3-0. Wow, didn't expect that. You finished second.
Well done,
behind Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, yeah.
You went to hell and lost.
Oh.
Round of 16, Dad, I was eliminated by Atletico Madrid. You were eliminated Atalanta. Quarter-final, you knocked out Celtic, 7-2. Then the semi-final, Atletico Madrid, who you beat 9-0 on aggregate. Wow.
Get in.
Screw you, Simeone.
Yeah.
Only second behind anybody who associates them with fans of Rennes. You had a cracking season.
Yeah, but
still finished lower on points than me.
Yeah, the way it
Because you
goes,
only
isn't
got
it?
2. That's how our point system
No
works.
good coming second, is it? You don't
The
get nothing for
nearlies.
second.
Exactly. But what you might get is your best player stolen, who scored 73 in 54 games. That is mental.
Oh, no, please don't. I can't afford losing.
And he played the most games
Yes.
as well. Could I be stealing Erling Haaland if it lands on a striker? Well. Now, transfer budget-wise, you've got 252 million. So if you do lose Erling Haaland, I think you might have just enough
Yeah, just another
to
price.
bring in a replacement. Let's have a look at my Arsenal side. So Ansu Fati scored 29. Bukayo Saka had a good season as well. I've got to hope it doesn't land on a winger. And then, of course, centre midfielders is another thing.
Do you know,
really.
I like what you've done there with Fatty. He's got 29 goals for you for locking him in. But I think that was clever what you've done because you're thinking about putting him out into the wings next season.
When I can get a better striker, if they've backed me, which they haven't. So I might not be able to get a better striker just yet. I'll just steal yours instead. All right, so the point system's fairly easy in season number 1. Dad's got 2, I've got 3. Now it's time for the wheel. Do you know what's incredibly ironic? Is this happened to me about half an hour ago. Google security alerts. I had to go change all of my passwords on my YouTube channel, my Google account, because somebody tried to hack it, which it's not been the first time. But how has that happened? I had NordVPN turned off. Yes, once again, your internet daddy is here to tell you about the protection you need to be using while you're on the internet. The birds and the bees. I'm back again to tell you how important it is, because I had a fright, I had a scare. Somebody's trying to get into that Google account. Somebody's trying to steal my YouTube revenue and probably try and sell you some horrible coins. Nah, not on NordVPN's watch. And what makes NordVPN the best thing ever? Well, it's not just the fact that I can watch 3 o'clock kickoffs or some games that the Premier League failed to actually put on telly in the UK.
I'm fine. Really?
It's actually how easy it is to use. Now, as you can see here, I'm linked up to the United Kingdom, but if I wanted to go across to America, because that's where Peacock is, then you can. And it's just as instant as that. Now I can enjoy being part of the United States. The private IP means that you do get a lot more protection whilst you're browsing on the internet, because us Football Manager guys, we're kind of bored right now. We're waiting for news. You're probably refreshing the page of Football Manager to try and find out some news, and you're probably getting attacked while you're doing it. Well, with NordVPN turned on, you won't have to worry about it. Refresh all you like. And while you're at it, there's more benefits. And some of the stuff on like the Threat Protection Pro stuff, like the ad and tracker blocker, YouTube, Google, why are they all attacking me? Amazon. But just like the ad and tracker blocker, there's advanced browsing protection, which you can obviously use and see the detected threats and trusted domains, etc., as well as the anti-malware software, which is really good to have, because that's what got my old YouTube account hacked, was because I downloaded some dodgy malware without me even realizing. So once again, maybe if you do need some protection, or maybe you're going on holiday and you need to revert back to the UK to check in on your favorite Netflix show, or go to the US and check in on your favorite Premier League game, then you can do so with NordVPN. And if you go to nordvpn.com/MegaLuke, or use the link at the top of the description or in the comments, then you get yourself an extra 4 months on top of that 2-year plan. Don't miss out or regret it. All right, here is the wheel. As you can see, it's not done by left back, right back. It is just fullback, centre-back, goalkeeper, striker. We've got DM and AM. I think DM is centre midfielders, defensive midfielders. AM is if you're playing that centre attacking midfielder. Wingers / inside forwards. And of course, striker. Question. Would you like to go first or second? It doesn't necessarily matter.
I'm going to get it out of the way. Go on.
You don't get an advantage, but
No,
you
don't.
want to go first?
No, get it out of the way. You can go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I
so
just want to get
whatever
it out of
this
the way.
lands on,
Just get it out of the way.
come on.
Please.
Come on. Spinning the wheel. Land on a striker. Oh, it's just too far.
Get in.
But that is either Phil Foden or Doku,
Yeah.
depending on whoever played the most. But we'll have a look at that in a minute. Now, what are you hoping to get? That DM?
I'll have the same and take Saka off you.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if you land on any of those three, really, because you get Erdegaard,
Yeah.
DM. All right, let's find out. With the spin of the wheel, I feel like you've just been let off quite lightly there. Oh! It's probably going to be Bukayo Saka. No. All right,
What a replacement.
let's have a look at the squads. See who goes where. Well, yeah, wouldn't you know it? Bukayo Saka played 52 games for me last season, so now he is going to become a Manchester City player. So that is absolutely devastating. In the Man
He looks
City
good in blue,
colours.
doesn't he?
Oh, that is horrific. But I get to pick your biggest winger, and that seems to be Phil Foden. So
Yeah, I thought it
for
was.
season 1, it's a straight swap.
Yeah.
And as much as I'd rather have kept Saka, it's not as bad as what it could have
I
been.
don't think it's weakened either side, to be
No,
honest with
it's
you.
not as bad as what it could have been.
No.
It's actually quite an interesting thing that's
Yeah.
happened. Some people do experiments like this where they switch them different clubs. So there we go. I now have Phil Foden. You'll feel free if you want to sell the players, you can to cash in. That's all part and rules of the game. But let's have a look then, season 2, what we can do in those summer windows. You know how normally when I sign a player, I have the Omega Luke jinx where they do something really bad and get themselves injured in August and can't play for me to begin with. Guess who got injured? Bukayo Saka! He broke his ankle and is out for 2 months.
Jinx me, you did.
Absolutely hilarious. So you can't use him for the first couple of months. I mean, it's only a slight couple of months.
Yeah.
He's going to be back for the rest of the season. But you also had Jack Grealish, who's out for
Yeah.
4 to 6 months as well. Huge. Now,
We're actually the same position. They're both sort of playing in either side of the pitch.
yeah,
Oh, it's just...
you've signed a lot of players, Dad.
Yeah, did you?
£322 million went out, £291 million in. Now, on the outs, you have the likes of Bernardo Silva going to PSG, De Bruyne going to Al Etihad. I mean, £80 million for a 33-year-old.
I just couldn't turn that down.
£107 million for a 30-year-old. I mean, I would probably have kept Bernardo Silva, I think.
Oh, I would have done if I'd known thinking Saka was going to get injured, but
Yeah.
that was before the deal went.
John Stones went for £46 million.
So, I mean, you're looking at, I'm just getting rid of all the old guys, really, and I'm getting good money. I mean, 180 odd million for those 2 players, and they're in their 30s. I just couldn't turn it down. And you know what I'm like, once you hit that 30, adios.
Frimpong comes in, though. Overpaid, I think, $77 million for
We'll
a
see.
player who came through your academy.
That's the problem, isn't it?
It's like the Pogba effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got Warren Zaire-Emery, very good player. £125 million, though. Can't wait for him to sign for Arsenal in 2 seasons because of the spin of the wheel.
Yeah. Good midfield player. I mean, I've lost De Bruyne, so this is one of the replacements for him.
Yep. Then you got Dayot Upamecano, £75 million for him.
Strengthen my defence because I got rid of Stones as well, so yeah.
Well, there's more than that because
yeah.
you've also got Diamande in.
Well, I mean, he's 20, isn't he? So that's a good signing as well. So if he doesn't play this season, he'll certainly have something to do in a couple of seasons' time.
Rated Sporting because Gyökeres is gone as well.
Yeah, I wanted to get
41.
this guy in just in case I did get an injury. I knew he wouldn't get into the first team, but if I get an injury up there, this guy just drops right into that position, doesn't he? So
And then
this is the big one.
$200 million on Aurelian Tchouameni.
I mean, this is the signing I made after De Bruyne went. So.
Yeah, and I can't wait to take him the season before I take Warren Zaire-Emery.
I mean, when you look at all those players I bought there, which makes the team so much stronger, and I got Rodri as well.
Yeah.
Really, virtually a new player for me.
Yeah, and yet you're only playing 1 centre mid. No, am I joking?
Yeah.
2 centre mids. Imagine if you were that ballsy. But you've gone for the attacking 4-2-2.
I did change it a little bit, so
A little bit.
yeah, quite a bit, really. Yeah.
It's completely different to the tactic you were using previously.
Well, it didn't win me anything, so And I thought, well, I got to the Champions League final. No, I changed it. So
Yeah.
2 DMs are sort of like a little bit sort of more defensive. So hopefully that'll help me sort of win a few more games.
I mean, you lock in Diamonde in. That is because if you did the best 11 pick, he comes out and Diaz and Upamecano goes in. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Diaz is kind of... you want it to stick around because he's that good.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He also just signed a new deal, so it wouldn't be like you're trying to get rid of him.
No.
But you're now kind of stuck for the left mid,
This
really.
is where my problem is now. Grealish and Saka are both injured.
He's out for the season.
Yeah.
You only have Doku. Yankuto can go there. I mean, Nunez, Gyökeres can kind of play from the left.
Yeah.
Do you switch it around?
Well, that's what I did think of. I've just got to September and I'm thinking, do I change it? But Saka's only out for, I don't know how much more longer he's going to be out. So
he's 2 months left.
2 months left, is it? So I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to stick with it because I know as soon as Saka's fit again, he'll be right into that position.
Okay.
And that's the formation I want to play. So, yeah, I'm taking a chance.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the Arsenal side that I have built off the back of getting Phil Foden in. Now, I also sold quite a lot of players. Now, £137 million went out, but Kieran Tierney's gone, £40 million. Trossard's gone, 25. Jorginho for 15. 22 for QER. Tomiyasu also left for 37 million. And another 56 million pound with Thomas Partey going to Liverpool, Tavares going to Napoli. So quite a lot of players have left the club. And I've only brought in 241 million pound, another 4 players. Victor Osimhen being the main man. I said I'd go for a striker. There he is, Victor Osimhen. As now my main striker. Yeah. João Gomez, I lost sold Partey, of course. Went for João Gomez. Very similar types of players in that he is a ball-winning midfielder in there. They don't rate him very highly on this at the minute, but I look at that and think he's really good.
You do buy him quite a bit as well, don't you? You do like him. And like you say, they don't like him on Football Manager for some reason.
No.
I think it'll change with the new one.
Karnaseki from Atalanta. I had no backup goalkeeper. So Karnaseki comes in. Kind of tempted to stick him in instead of Raya, but Raya actually, of course, had the most clean sheets last season. And then final sign-in, a player that I don't think either of us have ever signed, Rafa Marin from Napoli. I needed another centre-back because I have changed my system and gone through at the back, and I need another first-team centre-back. I didn't have the amount of money that Dad have, nor did I was able to attract players that Dad could have had, because I seen somebody on Dad's scouting list and I thought, if he's on mine, he is coming straight to my club. But he wasn't there. So instead I went for Rafa Marin, who is a solid pickup anyway, because I have gone for this. And it is aptly named, It Somehow Works. Because at points of the time when I was using it previously, it did work. Now, whether it will work for me this season, I don't know. This could be a one-season wonder tactic that I never use it again. But what I am going to do is lock in João Gomez next to Declan Rice with Marin locked in there. And that's what I want to do this season. Because if I didn't do that, my best 11 pick, neither of them goes in, and nobody wants to see Sambi Lokonga playing anymore. So, sorry, my friend. But there we go. So, Foden, Ødegaard, Fati, Martinelli can get them all in, as well as Victor Osimhen. Got a couple of good backups as well. David Ram, of course, who I bought last season, can play on the left. Got Fabio Vieira come back. Kai Havertz is there as well. You can play in a number of different positions. So I do have some options. What I didn't have options was that many fullbacks. So I decided to go for this. That is what I'm going to rock this season. Now, schedule. Let's have a look, because we've had 2 quite tricky starts to the season. I've lost here to Brentford, and I feel quite hard done by, really. Penalty, and then Mbuemo just being Mbuemo. I mean, they're very good, aren't they? Hard to beat in Football Manager as well as in real life. Liverpool stuffed me, which hopefully is not a sign of things to come. I also drew to Chelsea, but I'm still sticking with this. Raheem Sterling scored against me, which really annoyed me. Beat Manchester United away from home and smash Fulham. And this win against Fulham is what's making me think I need to stick with this. Because I'll see that and I'll go, so there's potential of this working really well.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's have a look at the Champions League fixtures and see what I've got. We got Dortmund, Barcelona, Atalanta, Man United, Napoli's in there, so not too bad. And yourself, Dad, you've also lost to Liverpool at the start of the season, but this time in the league.
Yes.
They're a clear favourites to win the league,
that.
But you drew to Wolves at home.
But then I'll go and give Chelsea a good stuff
4-1
at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
as well.
so and it wasn't just because they were down to 10 men, because you were 3-0
I'm looking
up.
at that and thinking, the tactic's working.
Yeah, so
I'm going to go with it.
big win against Ipswich away from home, who survived, by the way. Congratulations to them. We didn't pick up on that. But let's have a look at your Champions League fixtures. You got PSG to begin with, then Leipzig, Napoli and Real Madrid in there as well.
I should be all right apart from that.
Yeah, you got some hard fixtures.
The last 3 games I should win, so
yeah,
I think I'll be all right.
Okay, well, let's see what happens, and then, of course, see who we steal from each other. lost on the final day of the season, the title, and look who his final game was. Arsenal 3-0.
I don't believe my luck.
Phil Foden scored as well. I mean, I got nothing to be proud of. I finished 4th. I even finished behind Spurs.
I had it.
I cost you the title.
Yeah, I had it.
And that's the main important thing. Come on, get in.
Liverpool were ahead of me and they lost a few games and I went top with 1 game to go.
Erling Haaland, 37 goals. Victor Osimhen got 24. Either one of those gets stolen and we're both kind of screwed in ways, aren't we? David Raya did not get as many clean sheets as what he did last season. Vicario did the job there. Yan Couto, 19 assists. I bet you didn't even realise he was in your squad.
No.
But he has clearly been playing at right back and getting a lot of assists. You lost both games to me this season as well. Get in, so that's 2. You get 1 point for finishing higher. I lost quite a few games to some clubs that maybe I should be beating, but this tactic's always going to do that. Unless I've won something big in terms of trophies, I might have to change it. But let's see. We're on Manchester City. No. Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. Manchester United in the FA Cup. Arsenal in the Champions League. 2 more points racking up. Or is it? Possibly. No. Just the 1 point. Just the 1 point.
Yeah.
It was a 2-legged affair where both legs were finished as draws, and I knocked you out on penalties.
Oh dear. So you stopped me going into the Champions League and you also
Dad, I've
took
already
the
seen
lead
it.
off me.
I'm sorry, I've already seen it. Yes!
Oh no.
4-0 in the final. Get in. I already seen it was holders.
I know I knocked Real Madrid out.
4-0.
So I've done you a favour, didn't I?
Absolutely smashed myself through. Oh, knocked out Barcelona in the semi-final. Manchester City in the quarters, who was round of 16. Ajax 5-0 there.
What did you call it? Somehow it works.
It somehow works. Don't know how. This somehow works. Not in the league, but it somehow works.
Believe that. Do you know, I honestly thought that was a mistake by you playing with that tactic.
Really?
I did honestly. I thought I've got a good chance of getting a lot of points on him here.
Crazy. Well, I'll tell you what. The save game file is going to be available for Patreon members at patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming. And, of course, YouTube channel members. I'll make sure that one stays on there. Whether I change my tactic eventually within the 5 years or not, that tactic will stay there so you guys can grab it from the save game file, have a blast of it, because there's so many goals that get scored and it's quite fun to watch actually in game as well. Even won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
4-0 again. It just seems like if my defense is good, no stopping it. No stopping it. There we go. I mean, I lost 7 games in the league.
Yeah.
I got battered by Chelsea 6-1. Unbelievable. West Brom knocked me out of the Carabao Cup.
I always think your assistant manager plays a very weakened side in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, all the time. It's one of the things I'd love to be able to do in future games of Football Manager is to have like a hierarchy like you have in the set piece thing where you can determine who attacks what. As if like aerial threats and stuff, you got like a tier system. I'd love to have a tier system for each competition. It would make the simulating thing a lot more in depth and people might enjoy that a little bit more. So say you're like, all right, I'd happily play my second squad in the Carabao Cup, or maybe in your eyes you're going to go for the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and you want to select, no, every time that I'm playing in that competition these players are there, I want them to be played. That's something I'd love to add. Huge second season there. I mean, considering I finished in 4th place.
2 big cups that you've won in it, so that's a lot of points.
Technically as well, I won another 4 points by making sure you didn't win the Premier League.
Yeah. What a bad season that was for me.
What a great season for me. Yeah. I lost Bukayo Saka at the start, but let's not forget, I could lose more players. Let's see. So, 39 goals from Victor Osimhen, very good. Martin Odegaard, 21 and 22. Phil Foden coming in, 19 and 12. A good season there for Phil in an Arsenal shirt, which makes me go a little bit weird. Rafael Varane had a good season, considering obviously he was just sort of plugged in there. 7.02 average rating, that's decent. And as did João Gomez, not necessarily, but I'm thinking maybe another year and he will, I mean, he's already looking quite good to be fair. I'll let him off a little bit. My transfer budget, £99 million. Not massive. I had a glance at yours just a minute ago. It's silly. 306 million. 306
I mean,
million.
that's great, but I just can't. I can't buy players to improve what I've got.
Oh, you wait till I steal your player. You just wait. Right, let's have a look at the points. Then we head back to the wheel. Season 2 points are Omega Luke with 13 and Dad with 1, meaning the total points after 2 seasons is Omega Luke with 16 and Omega Dad with 3. Back to the wheel. Dad just made a very good point, actually, off camera there. That because he said, I don't know what player I'd want. And I said, well, surely Declan Rice. He went, he didn't play as many games as the other one. João Gomez played more because I looked him in. Genius. Absolute genius. I need to keep doing that. So, I'm rolling first this time because, oh no, you rolled second last time, didn't you? So you roll first this time. Yeah. So what do you want then off of this?
Oh.
I think there's actually as well, if it goes on centre-back, it ain't going to be Saliba.
No.
It'll be Rafa Marin.
Yeah. So you've locked a couple of players in. It's mocked me up for the 2 players I really wanted.
I think the only really good one you could have is attacking midfielder because it would be Ødegaard or Foden back.
Or striker. I'll take your striker.
Take Victor Osimhen.
That would really muck you up.
Next thing you'd only have 4.
Yeah, but what do I like doing when I...
Yeah, that is true. All right, let's spin the wheel then.
If I was really choiced, striker.
All right, striker is the pick that you'd like to make. But what is it going to land on? It is winger. Annoyingly, I think is going to be... Actually, I don't know.
No, I don't.
We're going to have to wait till we have a look at the squads. But, okay.
I'm hoping it's Phil Foden now, and I'll have him back.
I think he played centre mid.
Yeah.
I think he played centre attacking midfielder. I think it could be either Ansu Fati. He isn't bad.
No.
All right.
Right, yeah, go.
But who am I picking? From your side, I mean, there's quite a lot of really good options here. You haven't got a bad
I just
squad
know
whatsoever,
I'm going to lose a big player here.
I think as long as I don't get fullback, I'm happy because I'm not playing fullbacks at the minute, and that would kind of screw me over.
I don't mind you taking my keeper,
but I've just said it, and it will probably land on fullback. Oh, I'll take that. Centre back. Probably going to be Diomande, isn't it? Because you locked him in.
Yeah, did you?
Let's have a look at the squads. See who we get. Okay, Dad. Yeah, as we thought it would be. 49 games. Although, if we are going by most games overall, where did Rodri play? Because technically he played 1 more game than Diomande. If he is always playing centre-back, no, he plays defensive midfielder. I know, I thought I'd make you sweat a little bit there. So Diomande is now going to be an Arsenal player. Not a bad one. I mean, there's other options I would rather have picked outside of Diomande, but I'll still take him. That's absolutely fine by me.
I could just drop Rodri back into that position.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, to be fair, you already had 3 or 4 really good ones because you did sign.
I did, yeah.
Upamecano as well.
Yeah.
But you are getting my winger, and if we're going by appearances, the first winger on there is Ansu Fati. So the other option would have been Martinelli, but he played less games than Ansu Fati, so you do take Ansu Fati, which I'm actually kind of gutted with because I bought him for a purpose of filling those roles.
Yeah.
And I think he did quite well there.
And to be honest with you, that was the position I was going to look at buying a new player for the season.
Well, there you go.
That's just done me a favour.
That has kind of suited you quite well, to be fair. Getting Ansu Fati, because he plays, if you wanted to go to that 3-striker formation, he plays up there. I've proven it. But okay, let's head to the transfer windows and see who we bring in so that we can steal from them later. Well, Dad, Fati and Diomande are at the clubs.
Yep.
They had joined with some big names. The first guy you signed was Kylian Mbappe. £290 million.
Well, if they're going to give me
Mbappe.
they're going to give me a silly transfer fee, then I'm going to use it, and you've got to buy the best. You know my tactic I'm going to go with, so I've got to buy another striker.
There's Kylian Mbappe. Okay, fair enough.
First one I ever bought him. First one I ever
I was going to say, yeah, that's a thing. That's one player that we don't very rarely see leave. £97 million on the outs. We've got the likes of Calvin Phillips, Jack Grealish, Akanji going, which has allowed you to spend another £109 million on Christopher Nkunku. Decent player. You can play in a number of different positions.
Play beyond the front three.
Costa as well.
Yeah, I lost my reserve keeper, so I got this keeper in. I always like this keeper if I can afford to buy him. And he was the buyout clause was that price.
Yeah, it's cheap, wasn't it?
Yes, that was dead cheap.
33 million.
Yeah.
He's actually being your number 1 keeper by the looks of it.
It's going to be tight between the pair of them. They are 2 good keepers, so I'll let them fight it out.
I mean, Edison's been injured at the start of the season.
That's probably more than, yeah.
So
but
he's
I'll
out
let them
for
fight
a while.
It out.
But
it's a good reserve keeper they have in there, though.
Well, yeah, exactly. As you said, you've gone for your 3 up front. You're locking in Chouameni, which you were like, I think I'll lock in Chouameni. I went, to make sure he plays the most games. He was.
It's a chance I'm going to take because I want him. He's the best ball winning player, defender DM that I've got in the team.
Yeah.
So I want him to be there. That's where he can help me at the most. I think. I'll say he'll go up front.
He goes up one.
Central midfielder. Yeah. So that's where I want him to stay. So I'm going to lock him in, take a chance. Up to you then, isn't it?
Well, it's not up to me. It's up to the wheel.
Well, it's up to the wheel, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go for.
So you've got a bad injury, though.
Yeah.
Which has just happened on the 31st of August. 5 to 7 months.
I think I've still got cover for that, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, you got the likes of Rico Lewis,
yeah,
who jumps in the Frimpong as well, can play both sides, even Bukayo Saka to an extent.
Yeah.
You got Bukayo Saka in the team, and not a position for him.
No.
Or Ansu Fati kind of plays up front as well.
Yeah, I mean he can take that position up there if someone gets injured up there. So I've got a few reserve strikers, which I'm happy about.
But no winger for Bukayo Saka.
No.
Right, okay, let's have a look at my transfer window then. It's been a bit of a less interesting one for me, really. I sold Zinchenko and Lokonga, but that was to really get me out of the crap, really, because I didn't have a lot of money. Didn't sell anybody else, and I only brought in 2 players. One main signing that I spent my money on, Jamal Musiala. As soon as I seen he had a release clause of £105 million, I thought, done, dusted, let's get him in straight away. And then the only other sign I made was Zakangi. There's a free transfer. I thought I might as well bring him in because he's a good option from the left who can obviously give me a bit of cover there for that left-hand side. And I'm sticking with it. Come on. Lock it in Diamonde. Lock it in João Gomez. Kind of gives me a bit of a backup just in case they do get picked out. But also, neither of them go into the side. And if we did do a best 11 pick, we can see there, both of them not in there. Diamonde actually goes up to the DM role.
Yeah.
I like Diamonde. I don't like him in that role.
I've
I
used
want
him in that role before.
Yeah, I want him to be that wide centre-back role. I think he's way better in there for me. With, of course, bringing in then João Gomez. Interestingly, I thought it would be Foden who would go to the left-hand side with Ødegaard in the middle with Musiala. Not the case here. We're sticking with it. We're just going to let it happen. Let them fight it out as it goes. But, schedule. Start the season then. I've lost the game already. Bournemouth, away from home. I mean, they're flying right now, but still.
Doing so well.
91st minute from Evanilson. That's disappointing. But I did beat Newcastle 5-0. Then I beat Brentford, who were also 2 very good teams, 4-0. Defeated Liverpool in the Charity Shield. Defeated Roma in the UEFA Super Cup after they won the Europa League. Jamal Musiala got himself a lovely little hat-trick. Good debut there for him. But let's have a look then, Dan, how your schedule started, because we are 1-2 in the league right now, but you've won all 3 of your games, including Tottenham, Liverpool, and Manchester United.
3 top teams, so I'll take that for definite. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Really pleased with this.
Really good start. Champions League fixtures, then you got PSG, Dortmund, Malmo, Celtic, Barcelona, Milan, Galatasaray, Monaco to end things up.
They can come to my place this time.
Yeah, so it's quite a tricky one though.
It is. I'll be disappointed if I don't go through those, so I'm quite confident with that.
My Champions League fixtures are as follows. We have Shakhtar, Barcelona, Dortmund as well, and Milan. PSG, Leipzig. Actually, I think mine's harder.
Yeah,
I think mine's harder.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right then. Well, I took a resounding lead after that Champions League FA Cup double last season. Players have been stolen, but none of the big names.
No, it's been lucky so far.
Saka, yeah, actually. I guess Saka and Foden switching is kind of like we're not considering it as a big one because they switched.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, all right, you got that one. We haven't seen like a big name go where one of us gets somebody that we're not too keen on yet.
If you picked up a forward now, I'm dreading which one you would take there because
I'll take all 3. I'll happily take all 3. But there we go. All right, let's get this season number 3 underway. Well, Dad, champion of the league. Just lost 2 games as well. So you got quite a lot of points in there.
Yes.
I lost 7 in total. Not good enough. Both times against you on a 7-0 aggregate score.
Oh, get in.
Oh, hammered.
I'll tell you what, we both scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, and I didn't exactly concede that many.
No.
Because that's like 2 more than what you did. I guess just in the games, I just didn't win the right, score the right goals at the right time.
100 points, I'll take that.
That is a huge season. And Erling Haaland got 24. No sign of Victor Osimhen there. Kylian Mbappe, though, highest average rating. Erling Haaland, second just underneath him there. And that's because Mbappe had 13 assists. 20 assists, sorry. Was Martin Ødegaard. He had a very good season.
Yeah.
David Raya up there with the most clean sheets alongside Alisson. Ederson has 13. So defensively, even though I'm playing a ridiculous tactic, it still kept out a lot of shots and kept some clean sheets. So that's not too bad. We're on Arsenal right now. Well, let's actually have a quick look, actually, at the past positions. Kind of stayed as it was, and then I jumped up into 3rd place after being 4th for a while. Was it Spurs? Yeah, knocked Spurs down a peg or 2. You know what I'm saying? What did I win?
Nothing now.
If anything, nothing.
Oh, that's good.
And you knocked me out of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup.
A lot of points I won there.
That's 3 points straight there as well. So this is a huge season for Dad. I need
to win the cups as well. Get back at you.
Well, you were in the final of the Carabao Cup. I don't think you've won it, but you did win the FA Cup.
I'll take that, but
runner-up in the Carabao Cup, losing to Liverpool.
Again.
FA Cup 3-1 against Newcastle.
Yeah. It's the next cup. Oh, I'm so disappointed with that Bayern Munich.
Round of 16. That, remember, is the team I battered 4-0 while I was getting knocked out by Barcelona. There we go. League phase. We were both up there. We both had the same result as well. I lost to Milan. You lost to Celtic. You drew 0-0 to PSG. I drew to Leipzig. 1-6. Beat PSG 1-0.
Bayern Munich finished in 13th, and I lost to them.
You battered Galatasaray. Good result against Dortmund and Barcelona there as well, without conceding a goal. And then in the round of 16, which we both went into, that's where I was eliminated. That's where both were eliminated.
Yeah.
Did not get very far in that competition at all. Real Madrid went on to win it, of course. They beat Atletico Madrid in an All-Madrid final, which was the same as, 2013, 14, something like that. So, very good season from you, Dad. Not too bad. Picking up a lot of points there.
I did.
That's 3 points there. 4 points
the other
there.
Cup as well, though. So.
Well, that's, if you think about it,
closer.
That's 7 points just from competition wins, 3 points for knocking me out because you beat me in both legs, and then another 5 points in total from that because you got to add on the 2 games which you beat me there.
Yeah.
So 13-point swing. Straight away.
That makes it for last season then.
Yeah, goals wise. And we're also looking at, obviously, appearances. Isn't it nice? Appearances gets a nice little touching thing in this. Like, it actually adds drama to it. Goals wise, 38 from Erling Haaland. Vlahovic played quite a lot of games. He got 26 goals. Mbappe, only 38 games.
I'm not going to lose him then, that's for definite.
No, what happened to him? He had a serious injury. Out for 7 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. We've both had problems with our shoulder recently, so Gyökeres also had a good season as well. I mean, that ain't bad, is it? 4 players there over 20, and 3 even, 13, 15, 16. So, very good indeed. I am kind of hoping I get either striker or centre mid / DM, and I pick off Tchouaméni or Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to be hoping for next season. The fact that you haven't locked in a centre back as well means that that could possibly be something good for me, because the centre back is Ruben Diaz, who obviously would improve my team, and even an Ederson is better than what I'm playing with right now. So to be honest, as long as it's not a winger or a right or left back, I'm kind of happy. Like I said, it's actually quite good for me. Let's have a look though at Arsenal. Ødegaard is up there with 50. So's Diamonde. So's João Gomez. Has he actually developed anything else? I mean, it kind of looks like he's stagnated into that. That's as good as what he could potentially get now. Maybe I do need an upgrade, but Musiala's my top scorer. That's really disappointing. Victor Osimhen only started 16 games and then came off the bench for 18. And he wasn't even injured. I wonder whether it's because they're playing Jamal Musiala up front.
Yeah.
Or, no, surely they're not playing Jesus up front.
I don't want him.
Have Jesus back. This could be the biggest thing ever if you manage to pull a striker now. That would be hilarious. We'll have to find out. But let's see. Transfer budgets, £90 million, which is good until you see yours, 245.
Oh, should I just be silly and just buy one player again?
At this point, it's all you can do, right?
Yeah, that's all it is, yeah.
But who are you going to get from the wheel? We'll have to look at the points. Then we look at the wheel. Season 3 points then. Omega Luke with 0 points. But Dad had 12. Meaning the total points now is Omega Luke still on 16 and Dad on 15. Alright, Dad, you caught me up in terms of points after my very good season last season. I really let myself down. Maybe it is time to change tactic. I don't know. But what will I be bringing in from your team? As I mentioned, really, I could do with a very good striker or an attacking midfielder. However, if it does land on fullback, it ain't the end of the world, because I do need to maybe find a thing with fullbacks. But it's the big one. It's defensive midfielder. Yes. And that is Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
£200 million you spent on him. Now he is mine. I warned you about locking him in. You didn't listen. But then that could have been another one. It could have been Zaire Emery. It could have been Rodri, for instance. So,
it's not the end of the world for me, because I've got replacements for him in this squad.
Yeah.
Disappointed because I did spend a lot of money on him as well, and he's a good player.
It would be hilarious now if you also get DM and end up getting João Gomez as the straight swap. So it looks like I'll be getting Tchouaméni. But Dad, who will you be getting? Centre back.
Oh, I know who that is.
Diamonde.
Coming back.
Diamonde coming back to your club by the looks of it. Let's make the swaps. So as we said, defensive midfielder or midfield, 60 appearances there for Tchouaméni, who is now on his way to Arsenal. So welcome to the club. That, to be fair, is absolutely solid for me. That's a great pickup for me. But over to Arsenal's side, looking at the centre-backs. There he is. The one-season loan. And he's going straight back to Manchester City. So there we go. Over to Manchester City. I mean, he did develop a little bit at my club, as you can see.
Yeah, it's not disappointing. I'm not disappointed getting him back. So,
No, he's a
I'm
good
quite happy with
player.
that.
There we go. Now we got to spend our money in the transfer window. All right, going into season number 4 then, Dad. Of course, the arrival for the second time of Diamonde from Arsenal. Then you went big and signed Rodrigo, £150 million.
I think I've got probably about the best front three in the world now.
Yeah,
Ever made?
Front 5. There's only 3 spaces for him.
Yeah.
Geertruida comes in as well from Leipzig.
Yeah, another right. I'm going to play him at right back, I think. So that's
Yeah.
what I've got him in for. But he is a cover for centre back, which is good as well.
Yeah, a lot of players have left the club. £121 million just here. In Doku, who went for £47 million. Ansu Fati left to go to PSG.
No point of keeping them if I'm not using them, so get rid of them.
Pretty much a switch as well, because 5 days later, you bought Xavi Simons.
Yeah, I've got this guy for just sort of that attacking midfielder role as well. In case I get any injuries in there, he might take the first place. He might just be the reserve. I don't know. But I've got him in.
Tactically, you haven't changed it.
Nope.
And you're locking in Diamonde.
Yeah, I've got to lock him in.
Is that just in case I pull centre back in the final season, is it?
You can have a bang
He
again.
gets traded back and forth. Let's have a look then at what I've done at Arsenal. Very boring window. Just a one player coming in terms of money in Restes to go in goal. I think he's better than Raya, who I had in net already. Sold Karnaseki for £21 million to Manchester United. And I also brought in Ruben Neves, who I think just suits Arsenal. I don't know what it is. I've always thought I just pictured him in an Arsenal shirt. But as a centre midfielder, very good. Good backup for me, at least. To play this, yes, we're going for our 3 in midfield, 2 in the attacking midfield spot, 1 up front. And that is because I'm getting away from the wingers now. I've got a lot of centre attacking midfielders. Of course, using this last season might have been a little bit detrimental to what I actually had. So I've just brought them down and stuck a centre midfielder in there as well. So we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, let's have a look at the schedule at the start of the season. Drawn 2 games. One of them's against you, Dad.
Yeah.
2-2 draw start of the season.
Good draw for you, I think.
Yeah.
Scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, look.
Away from home. I was 2-0 up though. Gave it away.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Then I beat Crystal Palace 8-0. 5-0 against Norwich. And then knocked you out of the cup.
Yeah.
Come on, get in.
Good start for you then, really.
Yeah, 92nd minute there, look. Marino. Although
I
I was,
91st
I
minute.
was 2-1 up already. But you can get your own back though, because what we did notice is we're playing each other in the Champions League.
Yes.
Get to play you twice in January. Interesting stuff there. Lots of points to be won this season. Schedule for yourself. We knew about the draw. Of course, we knew about the other cup game. But you also drew against Fulham away from home. Rescued a point, if anything.
Yeah.
And Nkunku got a 93rd minute equaliser there.
And I guess Spurs are an absolute tanking.
6-1 against the Spurs. Bet you love that. Yeah. Beat Liverpool on penalties 4-4 after scoring the 92nd minute to equalise for the Community Shield. But there we go.
Trophy in the bag. I'm happy with that for a season.
They're always somewhere. Rennes.
Yeah, they are. Look. I don't mind them. I quite like them. They're a good side, I think.
Just sacked their manager in real life.
Yeah,
He was my mole.
Yeah.
Because they were doing so bad.
Yeah.
San Pauli. So, yeah, hopefully you win that one. But anyway, points are rather close now. After you had quite a good season in season number 3, points are very, very close. Season number 4, arguably, is the most important season yet. Let's see what happens. Well, 4th season, you got yourself another league title.
Yes, 101 points at 2 seasons in the hundreds. Take
All
that.
right.
Only lost 1 game as well.
And that was to be at the start of the season. Oh, no, we drew, didn't we? Oh, it was to be anyway.
Oh, had to be, didn't it?
Get Get in. Drew too many games. Drew 9 games until I was
Please tell me
11
one of them was
points
me.
away. Nope. Well, we drew at the start of the season, didn't we? So it
Yeah.
couldn't have been. Congratulations, another season 1. Was it always you? It was, to be fair. I was there at the start, but tailed off. Erling Haaland, 26 goals. Mbappe, 24. 50
That's
goals
better.
between the two of them.
Yeah.
Jamal Musiala's my top scorer. I mean, I'm not complaining about it, but I've got Victor Osimhen, and he's gone missing for the last couple of seasons, so I don't know where.
The other surprise
what
on there
happens
is
to him.
Josh Sargent. I always talk about him with Norwich. Like, he
Yeah.
does score goals for you. He's a good player if you get him in somewhere.
Not bad,
No
getting
leaks.
21 goals considering
Yeah.
they were relegated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's quite mental, really. I wonder if there's anybody who has ever won the Golden Boot
But been relegated.
but been relegated.
Yeah, that'd be weird,
That's a
wouldn't
fact. Anybody know of that happening? Let us know. Doesn't have to be in the Premier League. If it's in the Premier League, even better. But doesn't have to be in the Premier League. Let us know. We'd quite enjoy that. There's always that really cool fact that Penfargo have, isn't it? That I've mentioned on here a few times.
Yeah.
When Graham Coughlin was our top scorer from centre back the year we won the title in the old Division 2, which is now League 1. I always remember that season very well. He's just scoring so many.
The other thing I've just noticed on there as well is the average ratings. Look,
Yeah.
Saka is second.
Yeah, even though he
Bearing
didn't.
in mind, I wasn't playing
You
any
weren't playing
wingers.
anyway. I had no idea where he was. I reckon he was probably playing left back for you. It says on there, look, left back.
I want to play left back for me.
I reckon he's been playing left back for you. Let's see. Played 32 games,
Where the hell
18 assists.
Where's he played then? Wow.
Told you he's been playing left back. Oh, wasn't Gvardio injured? Was it this season? Gvardio was. Oh no, that was last season, wasn't it?
Yeah. That is so weird, isn't it?
But yeah, you got 18 assists, so you can't complain too much.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Restes had the highest
I might
amount
not
of
sell
clean
him, mate.
sheets. Yeah, well, you won't. I'll just take him off you when I win most fullbacks. Edison got 16 as well. So Jamal Musiala with 10 of the man of the matches. So he's had a great season, but no sign of any of my strikers. We'll have to have a look. We're on Arsenal anyway. Maybe I want a cup to salvage this. Yes, I went on and won the Carabao Cup. So that was a 5-point swing. Oh, I beat Tottenham in the final. Get in. Do I get an extra point for that, maybe? No? All right, fair enough. But that's 5 points there.
Yeah.
Just from the Carabao Cup. Because I won it and knocked you out of it. Dumped you out of the cup. Went on to win it myself. Plus the win there in the league. So I've done all right. Maybe I've gained a point in the Champions League as well when we played against each other. Possibly even knocked you out the FA Cup. I'll have to find out. Right now I'm sitting on 6 points. How many points have you won, Dad? Oh, you won the FA Cup. I'm glad I didn't get knocked out from
I think
you.
that's 2 years in a row, isn't it?
Maybe so, yeah. I mean, 3-1 against Aston Villa in the final. That's who knocked me out. Quarter-final by Barcelona. That's the same place that I was. Oh, no, I was eliminated the season before. The round before, wasn't I? Celtic.
But
Yeah,
you,
they
yeah.
knocked. How did I lose to Celtic on penalties? Bloody hell. Never mind. Knockout playoff round. Neither of us were in that. League phase. You
What's
topped
top
it,
of the
Dad.
league?
Which meant
8
that you
wins.
beat me. You beat me in the Champions League league phase. You get an extra point for that. As well as, of course, 4 points to winning the league. As well as 3 points for winning the FA Cup. 8 points this season. Let's have a look at your goals then. So, total goals this season, Erling Haaland, 41. It's a far cry away from this mental season you had to begin with, where he got 46. It was 73 in 54 games, but still, it's good numbers. Mbappe getting 33 and 14. Gyökeres getting 22 and 13
He
as well.
played 30 games.
Yeah, Rodrigo played 46 and only got 17 and 14. But most appearances, I've just got to avoid goalkeeper and centre-back, I think.
Yeah.
Because anywhere else, I'd be happy with. I think that's the case there. We'll have to see, but let's have a look. Your transfer budget. £269 million. Don't know where you're going to spend that. Anyway, I've got £49 million. I could do with some of that. Goals-wise for me, Jamal Musiala got 25 with assists of 12. Phil Foden's... Where's my strikers gone? Gabriel Jesus played way too many games by the looks of it. Martinelli scored 11. He played 30. Where did he play? Did he play up front? He did. He was my striker. What happened to Victor Osimhen? What a fall from grace. Maybe I need to start using and locking him in.
I think you do, yeah.
Because that is a poor amount of games for Victor Osimhen. But I've just got to hope you don't get centre mid, because then you get Tchouaméni back. Centre attacking midfielder, you get Jamal Musiala as well. So as long as you don't get either of the centre mids,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I think. No, actually, if you get centre mid, you get Declan Rice. He got 47 games, so he had more games than Tchouaméni.
Still good, though.
So definitely don't want that. But let's have a look at the points. Then we head to the wheel for the final time. So the season, 4 points are Omega Luke with 6 and Omega Dad with 8. Meaning the total points after 4 seasons is very close of Omega Luke with 22 and Dad with 23. All right, Dad, you're up first
Yep.
this time round. So, looking at the wheel right now, what position do you want it to land on?
Midfield.
What, defensive or attacking?
Either. I'm not too worried, to be honest with you.
You're not even playing attacking midfielders.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of changing it. That's why. Because I've got about 4 good midfielders, and if I get another one, I might just change it. I mean, I've got world-class strikers, but I've got about 5 of them now. So,
Yeah.
And I might just chat. I'm after the Champions League.
All right, well, let's spin the wheel and find out anything but attacking midfielder. Anything. Oh, no, it's right now.
God, it is.
Jamal Musiala is my only good player. Jamal Musiala has gone.
See, I don't mind you winning a striker off me now, because I can afford to lose a striker.
Yeah, but that is Haaland.
I can still afford to lose him. They got 3 strikers.
Look at the arrogance on the man.
To be honest with you, though, when I was buying the strikers, I had in my head, if you land on a striker, I'm losing Haaland, so I
Yeah.
knew I had to get other strikers in.
Right.
So that was why I was buying strikers as well, in case I lost one.
Well, let's spin the wheel and find out. And hope and pray it is a defensive midfielder again. I don't need them, but we'll happily take one. Because I've got a feeling it's probably going to be Warren Zaire-Emery or Rodri.
I think it might be Rodri,
I think it could be Rodri.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay, so let's get this over and done with. Jamal Musiala, I am so sorry.
I think it's made my mind up.
To Manchester
I'm going
City.
to change my formation.
After looking at
definitely-
him, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he's definitely got to go into that position.
He
isn't
is absolutely phenomenal, isn't he? But let's see. Who am I getting from this defensive midfield spot? The first one on the list there is Rodri, who is going to be... He doesn't look that good. Who is going to be...
He's lost a bit, actually, isn't he? He's lost a bit this season. I mean, he is 30 now, isn't he? So I think I've been a little bit lucky with my...
Yeah, you have.
With your wheel.
I mean, Tchouaméni last season was really good.
Yeah.
But I could have done with not having another of the same position this year. Foden's been okay for me, but I think I'd have done better with Saka.
Yeah.
I think this side would have done better with Saka. I've been like kind of restricted now to going without wingers and going down that route.
I mean, Saka could play left back for you, as we found out.
He could have. He could have.
Where am I going to play him this season? Shall I lock him in? I'll lock him in that left back position and see how he does.
I would, if I were you. He was unbelievable there. But,
Yeah.
all right, let's see what we could do in this transfer window before we head into the final season, where the points are so close, just 1 point between us. All right, Dad, let's have a look at your transfer window. £82 million went out. Where's the bigger? Oscar Bob went for £32 million. Jan Kuto for 29. Peroni for 20. Players that you'd never really use.
No.
And you spent on 2 players, Frank Kessie being one of them.
I had to bring my mate in. I want to win the big one, so I brought my mate in to help me do it. He normally helps me sort of win the league and something else, so come on, Frankie.
Fair enough. Let's move on quickly.
Yeah.
shall we? Eduardo Camavinga.
Yeah, this is the ball winning player I want in the midfield player. The only weakness of my team that I can actually see, so I've got this guy to fill that space.
We did have Tchouaméni for it, but
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he's gone.
and if he gets injured, I've got Frank Kessie to be right behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so tactically then, you have switched things up.
Yeah.
You've gone for this.
Yes, I didn't even have to lock Saka in. He automatically went to the
goes
left
back.
Yeah, so I was quite happy with that.
Yeah.
I haven't locked any midfield players in, so I'm just going to let them fight it out between them. But I do think that's the position. That's how I'd really want it to play out. But
Right.
probably the front 2, I would want Haaland to the right with
Mbappe.
up there as well. But I'll let them fight it out. When you've got strikers of that calibre, let them get on with it.
Well, yeah. Very similar to my formation. Slightly different, though. You've got them on the central midfield line. I've got mine on the defensive midfield line. But let's have a look at my transfers. Look who I've brought to Arsenal.
See, I'm goal over bringing in Frank Kessie. That is down. I'm not happy with that at all.
I am
not happy with that
buzzing
at all.
with it.
Harry, you've just you've gone right down in my explanations.
He's remembered when he was a kid.
I thought we
and he
were
was
like
a big
that.
Arsenal fan, and he's always hated the Spurs.
I'll never sign him again now. Let me down now.
£105 million as well I spent on just bringing him in, just for this moment right here, and we can all go. Harry Kane.
If you win the
is
league and
wearing
he
an
wins
Arsenal shirt.
and he wins the Golden Boot this year, I'm going to be so disappointed. Harry, what are you doing?
What a story it would be. Finally then, the final player was Van der Sar that I brought in. Good right back, to be fair. Can go on that right back position for us if we've got some trouble with injuries. Now, I've changed Harry Kane's role to a DLF. He is better in that role. I think having an advanced forward is okay, but he does his best things when he's in between the spaces. If I put advanced forward, he ain't going to be running past defenders. Let's put him on DLF so he drops off a little bit. Then he's got Bruno Fernandes, who I forgot I also just signed. I'm so sorry. I signed one more player. It was Bruno Fernandes. I tried to get him when he was transfer listed at Manchester United 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
But now that I've lost Jamal Musiala, Bruno Fernandes is in an Arsenal shirt. It's very similar situation to the Spurs. We signed a legend of our clubs and stuck him in the shirt of Arsenal. So there we go. Quality player, only 32. Can still go for a while. Alongside Phil Foden there. My midfield of Rodri, Tchouaméni and Declan Rice looks really good.
Really good, yeah. Absolutely solid.
I think my only real weakness is left back. Oh, I have bought another player. I forgot. Miguel Gutierrez was also a free transfer. Can go left back. Doesn't look like he goes in ahead of Calafiori, who has developed quite well into a good player. I think if I just had your types of money, I could have got like the Alejandro Baldes. Or Saka at left back, that type of player. But I didn't.
Imagine if you had Saka in your squad, because he'd have automatically gone there, wouldn't he? Because you're not playing the wingers. So
I think if I had Saka in the squad, I still would have been playing wingers.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
I would have gone.
I'm quite happy with him going left back. He looked good there.
Well, yeah. Well, only by accident.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I had it in my head that season when we won the league and he played the most of it. I had it in my head that I was going to sell him this season.
Finding out Saka is as amazing as left back is like you going digging for oil and finding gold. Like that is genuinely like. Oh,
I just don't think of Saka being a left back.
Playing left back. Oh, I didn't want him playing left back. He scored it. Well, he got 18 assists. Oh, that's quite good actually, isn't it? Yeah. I'll keep him there.
I remember him going playing there for England in the Euros. Then he did play for England there a couple of times.
He started off as a left back.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that though.
Wing. The opposite of Gareth Bale. But there we go. Anyway, that's my tactic schedule. We've played each other, and I lost. I lost to Dad in the Charity Shield. You get a point for the 92nd minute winner from Mbappe. Outside of that, though, it's not been too bad. Liverpool have already knocked me out of the cup, but I was down to 9 men. Hey, Arsenal fans, I wonder what referee that was, eh? Because, as we all know as Arsenal fans, we're the only ones to get red cards these days. Oh, God.
Watch your phone start buzzing.
Should we cut that out?
Yeah, I think you ought to.
No, Arsenal
put it in
fans.
the comments.
Yeah, no Arsenal fans. I feel you. We're the only ones to get red cards. Anyway, we stuffed Chelsea. We beat Man United. We beat Leeds 5-1. And we drew away from home at Aston Villa, who was also... They got a red card against Arsenal. It must be a miracle. This game is not realistic. But Harry Kane did score 2 in an Arsenal shirt. Champions League fixtures. We're not playing each other in the Champions League this time round, which is good. Let's have a look at your schedule. All wins. All wins. And you only conceded 2 goals as well.
Yes.
Against Villa.
Good start.
And Peterborough. Lelujo likes this. As a Peterborough fan, I bet he was there watching Joe Randall score with Kylian Mbappe getting 2 and Xavi Simons. I thought I recognised him. I do. He used to play for Taunton and Exeter.
Yeah.
I knew he was kind of local. So there we go. He's played for a lot of the clubs around the southwest. Look, now he plays for Peterborough. So there we go. Barcelona. You got Rennes again in the Champions League. They keep cropping up.
Easy game for me, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, they keep cropping up. All right, then. Final season, then. You're ahead now by 2 points.
Yep.
Because of that Arsenal victory in the Community Shield there.
I think it's still there for the taking for both of us, really.
Yeah,
I've had a good start, but when you look at the teams that I've played, I haven't played the top tier. I've played you and lost 1-0.
Yeah.
In the Charity Shield, and it was a 92nd minute.
Beat me 1-0.
Yeah, beat you 1-0.
We lost 1-0. Arsenal fan. You did it again. Arsenal fan. Prove it. Proving it, innit?
Never. I'm not counting my chickens yet. You're still going to be there or thereabouts. This could go either way.
Stick to your guns.
I'm going to watch everything I say with you lately.
Alright, final season. Let's get it underway and see what happens. Gunners fan. Final season then, Dad. With a very
2
good,
points this time.
Yeah, a very
Got
good
better the last
win.
3 seasons.
Get in. No draws. The whole season.
No.
That's a statistic that I quite
Gotta
enjoy.
be in it, yeah. How many goals I scored?
Yeah, 151 goals. Well, I'm not surprised. The money you've been able to spend every single season must be over $1 billion. But there we go. 4 losses. Yes, I had one of them.
5-1.
5-1 as well. Oh, I hope Harry Kane scored all 5. Great win. That's another point. Come on. We're still in this. We are still in this. That's an extra point.
You need to win a cup or something, don't you?
The games that I lost, 7-2.
Oh, that makes that up then, doesn't it? God,
forgot that you haven't drawn any. All right. That cancels each other out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
57 league goals, that isn't it?
That's Dixie Dean levels.
I wonder how many he did get then.
Mental. Remember, if you're wanting the tactic on the save game file, page.com/MegaLukeGaming or on the YouTube channel members page, because this looks like something special.
Well, that's going to be two good tactics, really, because you've got the one there. Don't know how it works or whatever you call it.
No idea.
Somehow it works.
Somehow it works.
Yeah.
Which did work for one season anyway. Won the Champions League with it.
Look at his average rating as well.
5 average ratings.
All my players.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jesus. 17 man of the matches he got.
I still don't get anywhere near the clean sheet record, though.
Assist-wise, Bukayo Saka was there with 11, Dad. That's good.
Well done.
Bruno Fernandes and David Ram top those two. My left back got 14. Who needs Saka? Hey, who needs Saka? Should we just see for a laugh who got the most red cards? Arsenal was third. Only 2? That can't be right.
You had 2 in one game. That was it then?
Yeah, that can't be right. And Arsenal fans, stick to our guns. We're on Arsenal. Did I win a competition or 2? Come on.
Come on.
Oh no. Manchester City knocked me out of the Champions League.
In the semi-finals, that put me in the final.
Oh, well done.
Get
You worked
in.
it out. No, you won it.
Oh, yes! There's the big one.
5-1 against Real Madrid.
Got Frankie Boy in, see?
Oh, yeah.
Works every
Frank
time.
Kessie's definitely the reason why you won the Champions League.
No,
Did he
I
score?
bet he didn't even play.
Bet he wasn't even on the bench. Oh, he was.
Oh, he was.
Didn't come on the bench, though. Didn't come on.
It's
There
what
we
he
go.
does in the change rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Absolutely,
squad man to get in,
yeah,
see?
sure. In the corner. Alright, anyway. 69 goals,
Hey!
you naughty man! Look at that. Erling Haaland, what? Right on cue. 69 goals in 50 games with 16 assists. Unbelievable. But there we go. £241 million in the bank as well. Goals wise to me, Bruno Fernandes was my top scorer. What was the point in this Harry Kane signing? Oh, he was crap, and typical Spurs. I would have won this if I didn't sign him because he completely Spursed it up for me. He came in like with his classic Spurs jinx, just as Arsenal was going to win this, won't we, Gunners, eh? And he went and Spursed it up for us. He screwed us over, made us lose the title, knocked us out of the Champions League. We got eliminated from all the cups. Classic Spurs, that is, eh? Bloody Harry Kane.
Harry.
What a
Get
waste
in,
of time that was.
Me and you like it again,
8
Harry.
goals for £105 million, Harry. Eh?
And he only had 3 assists as well. Get in,
What
Harry.
are you playing at? That's Marcus Rashford levels. That's even worse. That is terrible.
All right, you finished?
Yeah, should we look at the points?
Yeah, right then.
So the season 5 points are Omega Luke with 1 solitary point and Omega Dad with 15, meaning the total points after the 5 seasons are Omega Dad with 38, taking the win today with Omega Luke on 23. Well, Dad, you absolutely smashed me in that final season. Well deserved. What we're going to do, one last thing to check before we go and sign off. Who won the Ballon d'Or? Because I bet your bottom dollar one of us has got a couple of players. Only you. Erling Haaland with 2. He'll probably win the next one as well.
Because he won the Champions League as
with
well,
the
didn't
69 goals in the Champions League win. So fair play. There we go.
Did I have first, second, and third? First, second. Oh, I didn't have him then. Yeah,
you didn't own him then. Third was Victor Osimhen, and then I didn't play him for some reason after that. But Harry Kane was third. You bloody fraud. You absolute fraud. Spursing it up. You had second and third in that final season there as well.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you want those tactics, check them out on the patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming or on the YouTube channel membership page. If you've got YouTube channel membership, you might have also watched the video early. So those save game files there, you just load them onto your game and you can pinch the tactic from there. But we really do appreciate you guys who support us on that level.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You help Dad being here as well. Make sure you check out this video on screen right now where Dad and I race to win the Super League as well as the first episode as we race to the Scottish Prem. Thank you very much. Subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.